Okay, let's now get some rest and move on to our next cutscene, which this time shall now be for memory block number 3, I think. The following morning.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry, she'll be with us soon enough.
So why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then, let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is...
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Sorry I'm late. Ready to go?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's now get into the Animus. Lucy is right there, booting up the computer along with the Animus, and so let's now get a move on, since I know very well that's exactly what Warren will be wanting us to do. So, memory block 2 is now complete, and we shall now move on to memory block number 3.
Time to start the program, Desmond.
Where we need to head to 2 destinations, but of course before we do that we must speak with Al-Mualim about what he plans for us to do. So, muting myself once again for another cutscene to reach to him about our success of executing Temia. Here comes the cutscene. Muting myself once again. Once the game loads. Okay, there it is.
You've done well, Altair, and I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well. He implied my work had a larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altair, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't. And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Acre or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
Okay. So, we now have the short blade back, and of course, another attack we can now use is counterkill. And of course we will need to practice in the courtyard because, well, this is another memory block which I have to do, of course. And so, let's now get down here to practice our maneuver and speak, of course, with one of the guards of the fortress.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Okay, let's now get into battle and perform a counterattack. Press and hold R1, then press square when you see an enemy start to attack. Okay. Okay, I am starting to get the hang of this. Oh, okay. That wasn't gonna work. Okay, so I think there's just one more I need to pull off up to this point.
That, my students, is how we all should fight.
And there we go. We have managed to perfect the counterattack. So, that's now another one of our chosen techniques down. Let's now move over to Acre,
You must be busy. I understand.
where we shall now head over to locate each of the viewpoints once again. So, had some long cutscenes to go through, but I think from here I can now just get on a horse and ride over to Acre, because between those two destinations, Acre is closer to me, so that is where I shall head. Acre is the destination I shall head. And so we head down the mountain from Masyaf to go down to where the horse mounting is, and onwards we ride to our next destination. And so I've now already used the white horse, and well, it's time for me to include some multicolour with this, so I'm now going to use the black horse, since that is the closest to me. Since apparent as it might be, that is the closest horse to me. And this is where I shall now head. And over the jump we go, now heading over the log and the stones, and so we gallop on the plains once again as we now head over to Acre, which will be our next destination.
When you're out of knives, refill your stock by returning to Masyaf, or by pickpocketing thugs.
So let's now head over to Acre, which I think is on our destinations list. Jerusalem is right over there, but Acre is closer, so that is where I shall head first. And as for the viewpoints here in Kingdom, I think is what this land is called, I shall deal with that later. But for now, I have something else to do first, because Acre is closer to me, so that is where I shall head. One man on the list is down, and we still have another 8 men remaining. Of course, I'm pretty sure there will be some Templars along the way I may have to encounter whilst I am racing over to... Acre. Another viewpoint is right there, but I shall not be discovering that yet because first of all I need to head over here. And not going to press L1 because then they'll know they'll want to attack me. And we also get some horse fighting we can do, but not really going to be bothered about doing this at the moment. And okay, am I heading in the right direction? I don't think so, but anyways. I'm still going to head over here anyway because, well, it counts towards progress. I am closing in on where the destination is. I think these are Templars, but I don't know for sure. And now they are just starting to chase after me, but I'm not sure in knowing, of course, if they are really causing anything suspicious. Now I'm just going to try and pass the guard posts. Oh, okay. They have seen me. They've seen me. But if they do have any ideas of trying to attack me, I will just be riding too fast for them to catch me, so that's all I can really do. Had a feeling they were going to see through me eventually. And pretty much disturbing a soldier march there as I stand, or more likely to be a Templar march, I think, as I am now heading over here. We have made it to our next checkpoint, and
use vigilantes you have freed to block your pursuers and break their line of sight.
if I am not mistaken, Acre should be right where the castle walls are. Of course, I will have to save a citizen before I enter, because scholars are how I can sneak past the guard posts by mimicking what the scholars do. Not necessarily stereotyping them, but copying them to a certain degree into where they will not spot me. And the game is taking longer than it should be to load. Okay, there it is. And now I shall ride onwards. And apparently there might be all of these are soldiers. So I'm now going to engage myself in battle to try and save a citizen, and they've just knocked me off the horse. God damn it. Okay, that is all of the guards dead. Oh, not quite. We still have some more to take care of before we can say that. And trying to see, of course, if I can manage to kill each one of them. And so, there we go. Oh, he is still right there. Okay, well, might as well save him whilst I'm here.
I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing this?
And so I shall be here to kill them. Oh, damn it. Oh, there goes my horse again. And that's another one of the soldiers killed, and trying to kill the rest of them as I currently stand. And still trying to kill almost every soldier in sight. And that is now my first citizen saved.
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured I won't forget it.
Thank you for your appreciation. I shall now go with the scholars to help me get through the guard posts. As of which, they will probably be too busy investigating the dead bodies whilst I am sneaking past with the scholars. Because apparent as it might be, they can help me get in and get out of places. And of course, I am pretty sure this will be harder because I'm quite sure this will also be one of the Templar locations, as of which it will be the first of a couple of locations, I think, where the Templars will be located. And I cannot say I will be killing all of them in one segment, because I know for sure there will at least be one dead in each of the segments from here, realistically speaking. And we do have a mission to get through, but first of all, I need to collect my first viewpoint. And officially, we now head over to the viewpoint to officially get through. Okay. Gonna try and assassinate this archer.
You're no monk. Your god has forsaken you.
And that is officially our first rooftop guard now slaughtered and down. And let's now move on, of course, to our first viewpoint. Whilst I am basically trying to head after my next target. So we now have 11 viewpoints we need to discover here in Acre. And of course, there will be citizens we will also need to save in the process, but I will not be focusing on those just yet because I need to get through the viewpoints first. And of course, trying not to kill any of the innocent civilians in the process, and assassinating my next rooftop archer because I have to. And I think my next viewpoint is right on top of the tower, but I don't know for sure. But I do not know for sure. And of course we will get a lot of poor people, or peasants, which is the technical term, begging us for some money, or basically anything more or less.
Before I make you.
And assassinating another archer right before he kills me. And that is now already our second viewpoint on the map. So, at the moment at least, everything appears to be going well. We are not quite in the unsuspecting position at the moment. Of course, I am trying to get onto... Oh, okay. This ain't gonna work. Whilst I am trying to... Oh, there we go. So, 2 viewpoints are down, and we still have 11 left over. So, let's head over here to our next viewpoint. And making it so nobody sees me, but I of course am going to head over here anyway because that is what I need to do. So, heading across the rooftops once again. Of course, I am pretty sure there will be some rooftop guards who will be trying to kill me in the process, which I have no doubts in my mind in saying that is what will happen at some point before this is all over. Because there will be certain guards who will not be wanting me to come through and try to, you know... There will basically be guards that will be trying to kill me at almost every turn in these unsuspecting instances. And now I'm gonna have to kill this one because I know he will block my assassination blade, and killing him immediately right before the other guards think to come after me. And that should now, I think, be viewpoint number 3 this is. Unless this is viewpoint 4. Okay, it's number 3. So, our investigations, of course, expanding as always. And, of course, we do have some citizens to try and escape whilst we are here. Also trying to make it so I can manage to make it over to the rooftop, but of course, before we do that, there is something else I need to do. Just figured I had to do that, just in case. Of course, I'm pretty sure guards will be coming to look for me at a given point, whilst I am climbing up the windows to make it, of course, to the top of the building. And heading up here, I can, of course, see the bell, but there are no ledges to grab onto whilst I am here. So, I cannot see anything here. That will be my biting point. And at the moment, things are not appearing to be going well. Oh, okay. Can I continue the climb up? Almost there. And up to the top. This is now viewpoint number 4, which I have discovered here in the poor district of Acre. And I still have another 7 viewpoints remaining. So let's now head over here to our next one.
A few coins, all I ask. A few coins.
And
Please, don't leave like this.
of course,
Coins, please.
trying of course to get on with my investigations, well, discovering the viewpoints first to obtain the investigations. As of which, this is how I go for 100%, by discovering the viewpoints before I get on with the missions themselves. Of course, I am pretty sure this is the only method I really have at the moment. So that should now make it 5 out of 11 viewpoints on the map. Of course, we still have another 6 to obtain up to this point. And apparently there might be... the game decides to reset me up on the ledge of the roof. And going down and basically going to climb up the roof once again to save some time. This is how I am meant to do it, and getting closer to it, I can see there is one guard up there. And killing my first archer, of course, I know there is another one right up ahead. He will be firing at me in just a matter of seconds. But officially, he is now dead, so I can now head up here. And so, that should now be viewpoint number 6 out of 11 I have discovered up to this point. And no guards appear to be seeing me at the moment as being the assassin who is basically causing all of this bloodshed. Of course, that is more or less what I am doing, but at the moment at least, I can say I am making gradual progress whilst I am trying to basically keep myself away from the poor people, but also keeping myself within striking distance of the viewpoint. Continuing our viewpoint search, whilst also trying not to be spotted, but I know precisely which direction it is I need to head, and of course I need to climb over here, just so I can essentially get onto the rook. I'm also quite sure someone is going to be down there, so I'm going to head around here so I can attempt an assassination. As long as they're not walking around, of course, then I might be able to do it. Okay, that's not the way to go. I need to head around here. Oh, there he is. Okay. And immediately pulling off a stealth assassination right before he gets any ideas. And so, now, up onto the... oh, hold on. Up onto this wall I go. As of which I am now onto the rook. And we officially get bird's eye view number 7. And there are some guards down there, but hopefully they shall not grow suspicious. But just in case, I shall head down here.
Don't try to run, old man. There's nowhere to go.
And that is pretty much what I had to do. And oddly enough, at the end of the day, that's precisely what I did.
There's nowhere to go.
And got some citizens to save after this, but I will of course be getting on with those by the time I've got these last couple of viewpoints done and dusted.
This'll teach you not to steal.
And there is someone behind me, or just in front. Ah, for fuck's sake.
You won't get away from me.
Fuck my ass. Why did I have to go alongside him?
I'm catching up to you. I can hear you breathing. You're done
Well,
for. Just give up.
might as well just head over here to the viewpoint.
You can lose me.
No. But I can make this viewpoint. And that should now make it 8.
I see him. He's over there. You think you can lose me? I'm catching up to you.
And now it looks as though... Oh, sorry man. Now it looks as though I am officially going to be in pursuit.
You won't get away from me. I know this city inside out. Hiding won't save you.
Oh, fuck my ass. Okay, trying this again, because apparent as it might be, the game cannot even stay running long enough before it has to wreck. But anyways, we shall now have just 2 viewpoints left over after this. And doing the usual leap of faith, so the guards do not develop any suspicions. And now we shall move on to our next viewpoint, which I believe is somewhere over here. But first of all, I need to... Oh, that's not what I need to do. I do not need to eavesdrop.
Does he really have a reason?
And...
He should stop
Okay.
acting like a child.
And so, I shall now head up here, I think. Is that where it is? Something tells me it's up here. Well, there's only one way to be sure. And yes, it is. And surprisingly, the guards have actually not seen me doing this, which I think is quite baffling, but overall, there we go. So, I think after this one we should now have just one viewpoint remaining. And officially our final viewpoint should be down here. And so
We cast them out of Acre
we
and
now
pushed them from the countryside. Now
have
they retreat
just
to the south, begging Saladin
one
to save them.
viewpoint left over, and trying to escape the peasants, as of which peasantry was very common back then, I should remind you, because there was a lot more
Richard and his men cannot hope.
poor people in this world compared to rich people nowadays, and it more or less feels as though at the moment, because of everything that has been happening over the past couple of years, it feels as though poverty in this world is only rising. And not just because of inflation, but, you know, because of all the other shit that has made a comeuppance in the past couple of years. Anyways, is that all of them? Yes, it is. We have now located all 11 viewpoints. And so, next time, we shall be saving the lives of citizens, as of which we have a total of just another 11 citizens to save, and that is what we shall be doing next, before we go after Garnier.